Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. It's Birds of a Feather Podcast with your boy Q City.
Your boy Ty Bravado.
And we are back with a beautiful, beautiful Falcons win reaction against the Commanders. 34-27, got a little dicey toward the end. It was mostly a two-possession game in that second half. They were able to cut it to one score, and that ended the game. But, Michael Penix out there balling, Bijan out there balling, Drake out there balling. It was just, it was a beautiful game.
You forgot mine. Here we go.
It's out there balling. I ain't forget them, bro. Just all in all, it was a beautiful game. That offense came to life. Taj, my man, what did you see?
So I'm going, give Raheem credit here because I feel like Raheem put pressure on Zach Robinson. He was like, "Hey, you see what I did, Ike? Right? Don't be next."
Although there will be somebody next, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yes. But the offense, there was no timing issues this week.
None.
Penix was able to get up to the line of scrimmage and see what's going on and not have to hurry himself up. Everyone seemed in sync.
At one point in time, had 9 straight completions, and he went 20 for 26.
Best, outside of that one play, this was the best game of his career.
And even that one play, I think that spoke to what you called arm arrogance. He either didn't see him or he was like, "I got it."
It's one of the either he didn't see him or he thought he put more air under it. He was like, "Oh, damn, that nigga can jump."
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And you don't want to just excuse interceptions, but overall, he played an incredibly clean game, was super, super efficient. Basically doubled up no, not basically. He did double up Mariota in yards. Had the 2 touchdowns. 20 for 26 is 8, what is that? 75, 80% completion. I don't know the math off the top of my head. Bijan, he had 75 rushing, but he another about 60 catching the ball.
No, he had 100. He had 180 total yards. He had 100 yards receiving.
Good God! Again, you can't stop him from getting 100 scrimmage yards. That's just write that in gold. That's happening.
I'm looking on the interwebs and people "Oh man, Bijan kind of slow." He's not slow.
I said that too. I said it looked like he got hawked. And I was like,
no, he didn't get hawked. It's just he's a one-speed guy, but you gotta look like this. He was timed, he was GPS at 21.85 miles per hour. The dude that caught him was tracked in at 22 point something else.
Yeah, that'll get you. That'll
21.85, that's Tyreek Hill of speed.
Yeah.
Well, maybe low end Tyreek, but
And who was that caught him? Was that Sandstrom? Because I know Sandstrom was.
No, that wasn't Sandstrom. Sandstrom wouldn't have called him. There was some. I forgot who it was, but it wasn't Sandstrom.
I said, "Good God, boy!" I texted you. I was like, "Damn, that nigga slow down." Because
see, I think what people kind of misconstrue about Bijan is he's quick as a hiccup.
Fast.
No, he's fast. He's fast. The thing is, he get through his speed so fast, it look like he only got 1 gear. His first step is full speed.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense, and you saw it, but just taking you through the game. Went down on the first drive. Parker Romo had a kick, went straight through the uprights, looked good. I was like, okay, that's good. Get your confidence back. London scored a touchdown. He didn't miss any field goals today, didn't miss any extra points today. Scored that at the end of the first quarter. I'm sitting here 10-0. This is a bomb day. We finna run away with it. They come down and score. Watts, that was a bad drive for Watts. He missed the tackle in the hole, right? That allowed the big run, and then he basically got shook in his zone, biting on the underneath route.
I don't think that was him.
To let McCaffrey go behind him.
No,
that's just how it looked.
I don't think that was him.
Ain't nobody look at film yet. Like
no, but from the replay, he was on someone else. I think it was Jesse.
But Jesse was
looking Jesse over there looking like, oh shit.
Yeah, I was saying Jesse was like at the beginning of the end zone on that play. He was at the line on that play.
Because it's a zone. The safety is the last line of defense.
Which I get, but why are both safeties lined up back to back on each other?
Okay. Which one has a history of cheating?
No, I understand that. But if you look, it looked like he took a fake step toward where McCaffrey was going to be and then chose the underneath defender. Now, or chose the underneath.
Responsibility. The thing is, that's probably a communication error.
Most likely.
I don't put that one on watch personally, but.
And then, Bijan had his grown man run. They scored right before. Then they scored again.
I don't know what kind. It like that was Barry Sanders-esque. Like
cut in the backfield. Take off a defender. Take the contacts, swing into the end zone. He just grown man stuff, bro.
One thing about Bijan is Bijan making Raheem look like a very smart man because Raheem said, "Hey, that's the best man in football," and Bijan proving him right every week.
Look, and you know what I love? Especially since you're down there on the field, when we get into the red zone, every action that we have is going to involve you, whether it is handing you the ball or we're play actioning. Every action that we have is going to involve you in some way. You know why? Because you are probably most likely the best player on our team. It just is what it is.
There ain't no most likely he is the player on our team.
It just is what it is, bro. I love that down there in the red zone. Multiple times you saw Bijan get a handoff, or it was play action or misdirection toward his side. I absolutely loved it.
See, and it's beautiful how we was just talking about this on Monday, talking about, man, it sure is nice to see these people running play action in the red zone and stuff, or being, creative. Because I felt like Zach was in a different bag this week. Because even on the play that didn't work, I still like the play call. The execution wasn't there, but the play call I was fine with.
And I think
it was the reverse or like the foot pass back to Ray. And he got tackled on the back foot for like a 6-yard loss. But I don't mind the play.
I like the creative nature. Now, I will say, kind of speaking to your point earlier about like calls getting in pretty quickly, less miscommunication. I'm not gonna sit here and blame everything on Ike Hilliard. I don't think he was the main reason and cog why the team didn't. Wide receivers went on.
He might have been the smoke alarm though.
A little bit, right? Because with Yates taking back over the wide receivers, they were speaking the same language today. The quarterback and wide receivers were, for the most part, for the day. Anything that happened that, like a drop or something, it was execution based. It wasn't like route miscommunication or anything like that. It was more so like ball hit your hands, you drop it type situation, right? It wasn't guys completely running the wrong route or not seeing it the same way. And so, I'm not sitting here and going to talk bad about the guy or anything like that, but it did seem, at least for this game, everybody was speaking the same way. Everybody was on the same page. And you definitely couldn't say that last week, but it's been a thing through the first 3 weeks. And so, that may have been one of those things where, hey, we just got to get it to where everybody's speaking the same language before we try to promote you to strictly quarterbacks coach and bring in a different wide receivers coach,
Now, Mooney need to get his act together though.
A little bit. What was that? Was that one catch today?
And he dropped something. And then he had a hamstring, so he went out the game. But like
Casey got some grind today. Casey got a little bit of burn today.
No, Casey was in there. I think I'm gonna say that for the pod, but yeah, I'm gonna just say that for the pod. But yeah, Mooney got to get it together though. Because it's like I know he's already behind because he didn't get to practice through training camp. So this technically is his training camp. But then you're hurt again, so it's just like you're getting further and further out of sync. And then when you're in, you're not making the play that you were making last year. Like we know you're a talented wide receiver, but like in the business that is the NFL is what have you done for me lately.
Yeah, and you probably gonna touch on this, but yeah, no, I think it's looking like Casey's gonna end up being opposite.
I've said this in training camp that I think that's where it eventually leads to. But yeah, we'll touch on that on Tuesday.
Yeah, you guys tune in. You gotta get your little sprinkle. What's it called? So coming out of halftime, they scored a field goal. Kyle Pitts got into the end zone. So Drake and Kyle both got their first touchdown off play action. So yes, absolutely. Drake and Kyle both got their first touchdown of the season. For everybody saying, "Oh, we're in week 4 and a wide receiver and a tight end ain't caught a touchdown yet."
There you go. 2 of them.
How you feel?
Here 2 more.
You feel me? They scored another field goal. Then Algier had the beast mode run on a long drive. Drive was like 5 minutes. It was beautiful. Love that one. They cut it close and got the 2-point conversion off. I hated that drive because we scored almost at the beginning of the 4th. Went into the 4th quarter. They got the ball. I don't think it was an incredibly long drive. And then we came out and 3 and outed. They got the ball, took it the length of the field, scored a touchdown. We came back, got a field goal just to kind of put it out of reach. They had a late field goal on 3rd down, and then they couldn't convert the onside kick, right? So super efficient in the red zone, right? Super efficient in the red zone today. I wasn't mad at any of the field goals that we took. It didn't seem like they were.
Or was it 2?
We took 2, and like the last one, we were genuinely just trying to like run the clock out and play safe. And
at the end of the game, yeah, you were right.
Yeah, put it to a 2-possession game. The first one, what's that? A 38-yard field goal. So where are you at? You're at the 23. You're right outside the red zone. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't strike me as crazy. Our red zone trips today, for the most part, ended in touchdowns.
It was like 4 to 5, I think.
Yeah. It was incredibly efficient and like now. Oh no! More praise, more good. Yeah, they scored 27 points. Defense played good today. Defense played good.
I mean, you know.
No. I'm saying Washington scored 27.
Oh, Washington.
Yeah. Washington scored 27 points today. I feel like the defense made impactful plays today.
They got gashed in the run game.
Oh, okay, so you had that big run where they didn't fill a hole.
I mean, yeah, that probably skews the numbers, but I didn't feel like they had I don't feel like they had a hard time trying to run.
Debo got you on a couple reverses, right?
And he just straight up beat Mike Hughes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that one was rough, but for the most part, when I saw it, love the fact Watts got another interception. Right, that's beautiful. We love that. But even deeper than that, I saw Dorless make a big stop late. D-Blow almost had a highlight of the year with that one hit.
Now, just because this is one of my favorite new players, say it with me, Diablo.
Oh, Diablo, my fault.
There we go.
No, what was I finna say?
The one-handed snag, yeah.
Yeah. His name is Diablo.
Yeah, Divine Diablo. All time.
While I was watching the game, I was sitting here like, really should have called that nigga Debo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, like his name's on the paper. His name is Divine Diablo. Like,
yeah, Diablo. I got
that's an all-time name for a football player. Divine Diablo. Like, I'm a divine demon.
He is out here. He's damn near everywhere. The pass rush wasn't overly there. I didn't see it today.
They ran more.
Yeah.
Or Mariota was able to, because the pass was there. Mariota was running a lot. He wasn't just sitting in the pocket
and that's what I was finna say. We went through it while he was here. Mariota is not he's not a quarterback that takes a whole bunch of sacks, actually. He doesn't go down a whole bunch. He throws the ball away a lot. He runs out of pressure. Yeah. He doesn't get sacked super much. We weren't able to get there. That was fun. It was a little bit frustrating.
Like 2 or 3 times, I believe.
How many sacks we get today?
Let me let's pull up to that's today.
He got Caden Ellis got half a sack. Leonard Floyd got half a sack. Zach Harrison got 1. So we got 2 today.
Yeah, I know. I mean, but the pressures were definitely there.
Pressures were there all day. It didn't seem like we were getting home on that. I thought we had 1 sack. I didn't think we had 2. But
yeah, look, I know we had that, and I mean, but they were getting there. Just when you're dealing with running quarterbacks, if you're not lane disciplined, because like James Pierce on the 22-yard run that Mariota had, James Pierce, I felt like he got greedy and abandoned his responsibility and gave up the lane. When in reality, I think it was supposed to be a muddle rush where he's kind of just standing there waiting for Mariota, and then if he get in reach, then you do it. But James Pierce, I guess he either overestimated his athleticism or underestimated Mariota's, and took the gamble, and it cost him 22 yards.
Which, I mean, I completely understand you there. I think I gotta look at it. I gotta see it in the what's it called? I gotta see it on the film. But all logic, no emotion. What's up? What's up, man? How y'all doing? Secondary let y'all down today. My Q's did get beat a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was
it wasn't just you, it was both of them.
Yeah, yeah. It was we miss AJ. We miss AJ. That's not a lie. That's not.
But since we're talking about secondary, can we put Jesse Bates on a milk carton? Because I ain't seen him.
Man, the impact has been low this season. The impact has been low this season.
I'm not gonna say the impact has been low because he might be impacting the game in other ways, but it's like it's not showing up in the stat sheet or on the casual eye for film.
I will say
he's not around the ball like I've known him to be. Like,
I saw a tweet that really had me sitting there thinking real quick, and it was talking about Koo, right, and how he was such like a star player, and he got us through the Arthur Smith and Mariota years and whatnot. You kind of pointed and alluded to that too, that like, he's one of our higher scoring people, but it's like we had bad offense, kick the ball a lot. It's thought provoking. What is Jesse Bates good player on bad team type situation, right? So like you think back to those Cincinnati defenses, who did you have with you? I was like, I'm not going to go look it up right now. But I think about how impactful he was on our early defenses here. We complained every week about not having a pass rush or only having AJ as somebody want, or the linebacking core not being well. Well, now it seems like we have playmakers at every level, and his impact is being lessened significantly. And it's really making me wonder about said impact. I'm not going to peddle this at all because I think Jesse's an all-pro type level player, right? And it may, just like you said, not be hitting the stat sheet. And sometimes that's just your responsibility. You got to play a role. You got to be a guy. But he's not up there in tackles anymore. But granted, if your safety leads the team in tackles, something is wrong. He's not up there in tackles anymore. I don't think he has a pick on the year. And
I think all the picks are rookies.
Yeah, and most times when we're talking about the game, we're talking about how he got burnt, how he cheated on a route, like when we bring him up. And it makes me think about his long-term impact.
I mean, it's also a new defense as well. He's probably still trying to find his way throughout the defense and find where he could take his chances. And I feel, because the thing is, Jesse's a gambler. And he's probably still just trying to find his spots to where he can make his gambles without compromising the defense. Because I mean, Xavier Whitehead's been playing well, but he still is a young player, so he's probably having to do like other things. Like it's definitely showing him a communication for the most part. Because secondary for the most part has been looking sound. Because we still have yet to give up more than 160 yards passing. We're the number one pass defense in the NFL. Shocker. Maybe he's probably just still trying to find his way to where he can pick his spots.
Absolutely. Oh, there we go. I'm about to say, lost you there for a minute. You bet?
I never went anywhere. I seen you the
all
whole
right,
time.
all logic. Oh nah, I think mine went out. All logic, no emotion. Falcons so loaded on offense. I don't understand how they haven't fortified a pass rush after all these years to make a run. NFC South is blank. You're not lying. You're not lying. 3 losses by all the other teams in the NFC South today. The Bucks ain't bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. The Bucks are probably a decent team.
Hey. So I can't remember where I said it, but I remember saying something along the lines that, Emeka, how do you say that? Ibuka.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember saying something along the lines like, he's just a rookie. He ain't gonna be nothing special. Yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah. Nah,
he gonna be a problem.
It clearly, like Mike Evans is on his way out. That hamstring is toast. And did Godwin play today? I didn't know if he came back.
I know he practiced. I don't know if he played.
I don't know if he got back and whatnot. But yeah, to your point, Falcons are loaded on offense, right? We've got top 10 picks all around that offense, and we're at a point where we're starting to play complementary football. Is going into the bye week, we 2-2. That's a win, right?
That's right where you want to be going to the bye.
Right at 500, like we talked about earlier. 3-1 or 2-2 was a win, especially having an early bye. Terrell's hurt, so hopefully this extra week will help him get back. We're not really getting hit with the injury bug that bad that I saw. Prayers up, because what's the name? 35.
Wood.
Yeah, well, yeah, knock on wood, but 35 clearly concussed. That was a nasty hit. For the punt returner, but that speaks to the third point, right? And this is what we gonna roll out with, for the last 6 minutes here. If there's gonna be anybody get kicked out the building, it might be our special teams coordinator, bro. Our special teams has been absolutely horrendous. Literally a third of the game. Our field position has been absolutely terrible. So there was this graph that's going around because one of these kickers has like perfected the knuckleball, right? It's coming right in. Panthers? Is it the Panthers?
Yeah, that's why we had such a bad game special teams last week, because where they can't catch the ball, they kept on knuckleballing it.
Yeah, it bounces right in the landing zone. Can't nobody get it right? Okay, cool. We are consistently we are sitting toward the bottom of the league in average field position. Now, granted, the Panthers kicked off to us a lot, right? So that may have skewed the number a bit. Cool. But for all the rest of our games, fielding cleanly hasn't necessarily been a problem on kickoffs, but fielding cleanly on punts, setting up good punts.
As long as the main punt got been there, yeah. But that's just a guy thing and not really a special team guy.
But we haven't set up big punt returns. We have not set up good kick returns at all.
I mean, I can't necessarily agree with that part because my issue isn't the return unit; it's the coverage unit. I don't have much issue with the return.
They was finna get smoked next. They was finna get smoked next, right? So for me, from an offensive end of special teams, you haven't set up good punt or kick returns. That's my view on it, right?
I mean, it's been average. I mean,
it's been. I don't fucks with average. Like,
I mean, you may not fucks with average, but I mean, in the NFL, as long as you're in the middle, it won't like you can't be the top of everything.
But from the defensive end of special teams, we have been giving it up consistently, allowing big return after big return on kickoff. Now, our punt team has been pretty decent. Our punt team's been pretty decent. They haven't been extraordinary. They've been decent. But yet again, I don't do average. The kickoff unit has been straight up bad. There ain't no two ways around it. The kickoff unit has been bad. I was actually scared of that onside kick. All logic, no emotion. Let's be real. Special teams across the league has been mid. Most likely, but special teams has been making huge plays. Special teams was the reason this last game ended in a tie. Right? That kickoff, what's it called? That return Dallas made,
but
3-point swing.
But the thing is, in order for one team to make a good special teams, one team has to make a bad one. Like last week, there was 5 block kicks. Was that bad on the offense or good on the defense?
I think it's a combination of both, right? So I'll take the Rams game, right? In the Rams situation, they were like, oh, he's got a low trajectory on his kick. Right? No matter the distance. Usually you use a low trajectory if you want to go distance-wise. They're like, hey, whether he's kicking at 30 or kicking at 50 is coming off low, so we're going to squeeze the middle, put a hand up. That resulted in 2 block kicks back-to-back. They got a beat on you. I think that's good special teams on the Eagles side, right? And maybe it's bad bad special teams on the Rams side, but like it's not nothing you could fix right in game. You can't change your whole – you wouldn't want your kicker changing his whole kicking swing, right? All the Eagles players said it, all the Rams players said it was just that was good on their end. Then you look at the Bucs kicker, right? Where I think that the Jets defense made a spectacular defensive special teams play, jumping over the center, getting the block, returning for a field goal. But like the kicker came back and did his job. And well, one, they had a decent kick return. Baker let him down, and then he executed kick properly. So like that's good special teams on his end. So I think it can be both. Like, and you got to hold space for both of those, right? Because sometimes it could be like one team is actually really good across the board at special teams, and the other team isn't necessarily doing anything wrong. But like it's a third of the game is necessary.
Yeah. But I mean, I agree with all logic, no emotions, where it's been pretty bad across the league. Like it's not just the us thing. It's just since we're focused more on this team, it's more glaring.
Absolutely. And it hasn't, outside of the first game, I don't think it's necessarily cost us a game yet. So like maybe it's not something that will be addressed until later in the season.
Helping the Panthers game, but that whole game was just shit show.
Yeah, and I think it's easier to just be like, once you lose 30-0, it's easier to be like, them 6 points won't make a difference. When you're in the game, you understand those 6 points are going to make a difference.
I'm not even talking about the 6 points. I'm just talking about like kickoff,
the big returns. Yeah.
Because the thing is, it's just like, no, when it comes to like our biggest issue is the kickoff thing. But you also got to realize a lot of teams still don't know how to properly defend it. This is the second year in existence of this style of return.
And people are much better at it this year, kicking off. Like last year, you saw a lot of people that were just trying to get it into the land zone, or you saw people just kicking out the back of the end zone.
Well, yeah, but they made you they incentivized kicking it into the field of play because you get started at 35 now.
Yeah, so like now you're seeing a bunch of people like the Panthers got better at kicking it.
Did they get better at kicking it, or is it just like, well, there's no reason to kick it out the end zone now, so we're gonna do this knuckleball kick and make you return it?
True, right? But like it's becoming a bigger part of the game. Not bigger part of the game. It's becoming a highlighted.
It is becoming a bigger part of the game. It is because, like you said, it's a third of the game.
Ooh, all logic, no emotion. Vikings fan said, I'm prepared for a transitional year. I'm prepared for 6 to 8 wins. Support my guys and watching everybody else. Well, hey, man, we appreciate you logging on to the channel. We mainly talk about the Falcons and Hawks. It's a football and basketball podcast. Tune in, man. Absolutely. We go live after all games, basketball and football. We go live, and then the pod drops live on Tuesday, and it drops on Spotify, Apple on Wednesday. Check us out, man. Appreciate the support. For the Vikings, that was rough today. Y'all came back actually, right? It was 24-21. They came back late.
I don't remember that game.
Oh no, you sleep. It was
I wasn't sleep. I wasn't even home yet.
Dang, that's tough. That's tough. But yeah, it was. I want to say it was like 21-6 at one point. And then I remember seeing it being like 24-18. It was the last thing I remember seeing. And it was like 24-21 as the end. But I mean, come on, Wentz isn't the answer. Everybody knows that. There's no shame behind that. Just hoping JJ can get healthy, get back on there, get some reps in, and they'll keep going forward. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you. Follow us on all social media platforms at BOAF Media. Hit the inboxes anytime you want to talk about any other team or anything like that.
Yeah, drop in the comments on YouTube.
Yeah, drop in the comments. Like, yeah, we came back, but Carson Wentz is dookie water, 2 consecutive sacks and then a pick. Absolutely, yeah, boy, been there, dude. We beat today. Was somebody that lived on that. There used to be a meme of that man laying on his back in Carolina throwing the ball.
It used to. It's not used to still.
Like, been there, bro. Been there. I will say, I hope it gets better. Y'all draft a quarterback same time we did with the same expectation of hoping that guy is the guy, right? So once again, hit us up. We appreciate y'all. Follow us, BOF Media, at all social platforms. It's been your boy Q City.
Your boy John Bravado.
We out.
Peace.